Why do we only want to hear from people who have already achieved success and not from people who are building publicly or building and showing things as it's coming on instead of just coming out as a success? And I only ask this question because I saw a comment on a video that I made a couple days ago, and honestly guys, I've just not been checking my analytics that much these days because I've been so invested in just talking about where I'm at in the process of it and really paying attention to what I'm feeling, what direction I feel like I want to go in, and just trying to keep myself grounded in this transition period. And I've literally just not been checking the analytics. So some comments I may get to on a later basis, and this one I got to this today, at some point today, and it was a couple days ago. It wasn't a video that I made talking about survival mode changes you, and I was talking about lack and abundance and how people see things through different lens based on where they're at. And first of all, I hope you guys are able to hear me because I don't understand what's going on. I got a mic because I got comments that I was very low, and I'm using the mic and people are still saying that I'm low, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. But I'm trying to see, I'm speaking as low as I can. Mind you, other people are in my vicinity, so I have to kind of be mindful of that, but I'm speaking as loud as I possibly can. So I don't know. I hope you guys are able to hear me though. But anyways, the comment said, I don't remember fully because I did delete it, but it's something along the lines of, if you don't know what to say, pause and then rehearse, right? You seem like somebody who wants something but gets nothing but experience and something else, and a laughing emoji. At first, when I saw the comment, I was like, what? I was thinking about what did I say in the video that deserved this comment. I was talking about something very positive. I was talking about lack and abundance mindset and how we don't even understand that we are thinking through scarcity because that's all we've known. And for somebody to watch the video and this is their takeaway was very mind-baffling for me. And I read the comment a few more times, and then I started to feel hurt because I'm talking about something positive that I think can be helpful to people. And then there comes a stranger on the internet trying to humble me, right? And I thought through, this is a stranger, this person doesn't know me, I don't know them, their opinion doesn't matter. But I was just like, man, it's just really crazy. I've watched so many videos on the internet, some that I don't agree with and some that I do. And if I'm going to take my phone up to write a comment, it's going to be a positive one. If it's not going to be positive, I'm not going to write it. If I start a video and I don't like it, I click off. Like, I have the power to do that, and I would imagine somebody else has the power to do it too. And if the video is not for you, why are you watching it just to leave a bad comment? And I said to myself I was not going to address it because it was a couple days ago. But you know why I decided to address it? Because in my thought process, somewhere along the way, I thought about this. I thought about the fact that maybe other people have seen the comment before I did, before I was able to delete it. And maybe it would break my heart to know that one of those persons who saw this comment is probably somebody who wanted to create something for themselves, is somebody who wanted to build something, but they are afraid of the negative backlash that people are going to come to them with. They're afraid of the internet bullies, basically. And them seeing that comment on my video probably was the thing that made them not want to record, or made them not want to write, or made them not want to create the product or launch the product or launch the service or something. And they saw the comment and it just proved to them that, you know what, I will just keep my nonsense to myself. And so when I thought about that, I couldn't let it go. I couldn't not address it because I wanted people to understand that it doesn't matter what anybody else have to say about you. I've said this in so many videos, like, you have to be the one who validate you. And people are going to, I was talking about something very positive in my video, and there comes a stranger deciding to be negative. People are going to always come with something just because. And most times these people who are commenting these things or saying negative things about what you're doing are not doing anything. That's the reason why they have so much time on their hand to be leaving negative comments on something positive, right? They're not creating anything for themselves. And so they just have time to formulate opinions that just are not worth not even a cent. And people are just not going to agree with everything you say. And sometimes you're going to say it wrong, and sometimes it's going to draw the wrong attention, and it's not going to be a smooth sailing process. But you know what? That's why it's called the messy middle. When I was younger, I used to get so discouraged when I went to people around me and I told them I wanted to do something or I wanted to be something. And they talked me out of everything that I wanted to do. And these were people that were close to me, people that I loved. They were doing it out of protection, but it created so much doubt and discouragement in my mind. To know when I'm trying to fight against that and to go against it and do what I want to do anyway. But it took me so much years, and sometimes I'm still in that process where I have to talk myself into doing things that I want to do and not allowing discouragement around me to get into me, because that is something that I've been dealing with since I was a kid. And so now as an adult, I have to remind myself that I am going to do it. If nobody supports me, I'm going to do it. If feel like this is something I want to do, I'm going to do it. Because at the end of the day, I didn't feel like I developed my own voice fully because I was just always relying on people to tell me if I'm supposed to do this or do that. And when I am in this season of my life where I'm trying to figure it all out, these people are real quiet. They're not like giving me the right blueprint because they don't have it either. And so at the end of the day, I have to create my own blueprint for me because they are trying to figure out their blueprint for them. And it's not that you're not supposed to take advice or take wise counsel, but it's also the fact that you cannot allow everybody to discourage you out of things that you want. Like, sometimes you just have to be willing to do it alone and do what needs to be done so that you can set yourself up for success, right? Set yourself up for the life that you desire. Yesterday, I talked about the fact that we're celebrating freedom as it was Independence Day, and it made me think about personal freedom. And one of my subscribers commented and said that having all of the money in the world is not going to make you happy. I never said money will make you happy. I don't think money is the thing that's going to make you happy, but I think it's great to ask the questions. Why are you not happy? Because I'm sure money can be able to solve some of those problems by you using the money as a resource to be able to do the things that are going to solve it. Do you need to go to therapy? You definitely need money to pay for the therapy. Do you need to move out of your state? You need money to do all of that. Do you need to go solo traveling? You need money to do it. Do you need to not work for a month or two so you can clear your head? You need to have an emergency fund to pay your bills while you're not working, unless you have a bunch of PTO that you can use. So when I'm talking about money being giving you options, I'm not saying that having money is going to solve every problem in your life. I'm not saying having all of the money is going to mean that you'll never have any problems ever. I am saying that it's going to give you options so you can create freedom for yourself, whatever that looks like for you. What may be freedom for me may not be the freedom that you need, and vice versa. But I don't know why we are trying to reduce it to money just not being important. It's not a factual statement. Money is important and we need it for every single thing in our lives. And so, so when I listen to Ariana Grande songs, and she said that whoever said that money cannot solve all of your problems must not have had enough money to solve them. It's just like, I get what she's saying, because nobody is saying that money is going to make you so happy. But most people who are saying that are people who don't have money. Yes, some people who have money can talk about the fact that yes, they achieve this level of success for themselves and they still don't feel fulfilled. But money is not going to make you happy. We all know this. But is that a reason to not want it? Is that a reason to not have a lot of it? Because it can definitely solve a lot of problems that you need money to solve. And back to, I just remember that comment as I was talking about the previous one, but back to the topic that I'm talking about. It's just that when you're willing to do something, you just have to be willing to do it regardless of people supporting you or showing up or not. Since I started posting daily, I've gotten a lot of subscribers, I've lost a lot of subscribers. I don't really check on it that much as I used to when I just started. I was checking on it every single day, but now I don't, because I'm just saying what is on my heart to say. I'm saying what I feel interested in talking about. I'm trying to feel out where I want to take the channel and so forth. Not everybody's going to want to hear what I have to say. Like when I started my channel, I was talking about polished business content, like my dad's 30+ year entrepreneurship journey. And those are things that were very much polished, edited, everything. And I'm not editing myself like that again. If I am talking something and I have to pause, I'm going to pause. Sometimes I do pause the camera because I realize it's very long of a pause. But I'm not going to over edit myself to the point where this process is not enjoyable for me. And so I understand that not everybody is going to want to sit in a pause with me, and that is completely fine. There are a lot of fast beat places that you can go to get that type of content. If you want polished content, there are a lot of polished people on the internet who are saying very important things that are great. And it's not to say that you're not putting effort into what you're doing, but it's also to say that there's a lot of chaos in many different areas of my life, and this is the space that I come where I feel the most energized. I'm not going to turn it into something that is draining me just because I want to ensure that everybody else is happy and I'm not. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube who have built successful channels and successful businesses and burnt it all down because they started to perform for that audience and they couldn't sustain it anymore. It's very draining, and it's easy for somebody who is not creating anything to look at what you're doing and criticize, and they couldn't even put themselves in the shoes. Things can really get draining quickly if you're not monitoring how you're showing up in it. A lot of things that became draining started off great, and then just the lack of awareness and the lack of focus, things just kind of slip away from us. It happens to the best of us, right? And so that is just one thing about being mindful. Mindful is the word that I was looking for, but that is just one of the things for me of being mindful. I'm not performing. If I feel like I'm in that performative space, I have to scale it back. I have to figure it out again, because I was performing before and I couldn't sustain it, because when I was in my low space, I didn't feel like I could come on here and turn my camera on, because I started off my content very polished, or in my way of polished. And when I was not in that mental space, I couldn't sustain it. And so I'm okay with having some people leave, and who is to come will come, and the right people, I always pray for the right people and the right opportunities. And if the right person is not here, then maybe they'll come. That's just what I think. So don't let it get you down. If you're trying to build something and you really need a message, I hope this one is for you, right? It doesn't matter what you do. You could literally do everything by the books. People are going to find a way to put their own idea on it, and you just have to find a way to put your idea on it. All right? So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great week ahead. And if you found this video informative, give me a like, and also share this to anybody that it could benefit. If you're new here, welcome again, and please consider subscribing if you have not yet subscribed, and comment below and tell me, well, I'll put in the comments what I want you to tell me. But for now, follow me on all social media platforms at Khrista-Lee Amore. That's Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And I'll see you in my next video tomorrow. Let's go make some mistakes. Bye.